Back again, guys. Day 2, D23, 2022. Our goal today is to see, we're going to walk the entire show, try to show you every single exhibit or pavilion, starting exhibit hall C, which really, it's just kind of the same thing. It's all just one big hall. Take a hard left here. Now, we're not going to be looking at any of the merchandise exhibits because that would just be impossible. We're going to stick to, the actual exhibits and pavilions, etc. I mean, if we get to something interesting like Funko or Loungefly, obviously. But this is a very big floor, much bigger, more exhibits, more things to do than I have seen in previous years. Oh, look at that. Let's start over here. Let's start with the Pizza Planet truck, which is awesome. I've seen this guy driving around. I've seen it parked at downtown Disney from time to time. It's like a function. The guy drives it around, I think. Unless there's more than one. But you'll find him just using it. And I just heard somebody explaining what the significance is of the Pizza Planet truck. And imagine getting in this queue to get your picture taken with it and not knowing what it is that you're taking a picture of or with. Fantastic. All right, let's check out the Pixar Animation Studios next door. This is going to be difficult to keep track of because there's they're kind of, there's everything is on all sides. But you got a big red panda out front for an awesome photo op. I saw somebody yesterday cosplaying as Big Red Panda, but not this Big Red Panda, as the cardboard cutout costume that she wore when she didn't want to be the actual Big Red Panda. It was fantastic. It was the coolest deep cut that I saw of the day. Cars on the Road, I think, is a new series coming out on Disney Plus. I don't follow that news as closely as I could, so I'm not positive what the time. There's a lot of news that have come out of this out of D23 this year about new Pixar films coming up, including an Inside Out sequel, and I can't remember what the other one was. But there are sequels coming, which is interesting because it wasn't that long ago when I think it was when Pete Docter took over, he said we're not going to do any more sequels. We're going to do nothing but original content. So, you know what? Films aren't content. Look at that. You can get your picture taken with the Chris Evans Buzz Lightyear. Films aren't content. I shouldn't say that. Cinema is cinema. But there are, stuff coming out on Disney Plus or in theaters. And we are not creeping into Walt Disney Studios, so I'm not going to go that direction yet. And then, actually, I want to go in here. Let's go into the Wonderful World of Dreams. This is the one show floor that I was really most interested in seeing today. So obviously I came here first. I'm not sure what to expect here. I know we're going to see something related to Tiana's Bayou Adventure and Toontown. But other than that, I don't know. Well, I would say if there were more than that, we'd already know about it. Will they go that far? But we get to look at some fun artifacts along the way. Here's a ride vehicle for the Baymax ride at Walt Disney World. That is, of course, the same thing as our Mater's Junkyard Jamboree. They got a little Muppet show going on up here. Tokyo Disney Sea. I saw something just a second ago. I could have sworn I saw Pirate Cove, the Pirate Skull Rock. This has got to be at Arendelle. Look at that. They're building it. Oh my God. How wonderful. Fantasy there, see? That's a skull rocking a pirate ship. They're so lucky. Look at that. Look at you guys. How can Tokyo Disney Sea keep getting better and better? How can it keep becoming the best Disney park in the universe? Wow. And they've got what do you call it? I saw a Tangle Tower, didn't I? Disneyland Paris. There you go, guys. We've got an actual model of the new Toontown. This particular section, though, looks very much like it used to. Obviously, Runaway Railway, there's the entrance to the El Capitan Theater, but the rest of this, the common area, a lot more tables and trees than I was expecting or have seen in the past. They've taken out the gazebo, and they've built a little something in the back there by City Hall, but it looks like these facades, all these shops, all the little dining locations, the fruit market, the ice cream shop, and where you can get your hot dogs and pizza, I think, looks to be untouched, the same. And there is a street. There is a proper street. They're kind of hinting at a grassy area right here. Roger Rabbit would be off to out of frame here to the right. So I'm wondering if there's here it is again. Okay, we're in the second part. This is the back half with where Donald's boat is and Goofy. The Gadget's Go Coaster's out of frame to the right. But again, we've got this sort of street type situation happening here with some grassy areas. Goofy's house looks the same, as does Donald's boat. Notice there's no entrance. There's no entrance into the boat from the front. There is a little water area, but people are playing in it, so it's going to have a surface and probably some water features that you can play in, perhaps, on top of, or walk around. That's interesting. Okay, now this is where it gets interesting. Right here is where Goofy's, the little backyard would have been with all the pumpkins and stuff. They've extended it all the way into the back there. That's that area that was on the hill that really, where the trees are in the back. That's where the Disneyland Railroad is. But look at this whole walkway, this little play area back here. And then there's the tree that we've seen in the concept art where people can lay. Oh, Tiana's here. Look, I heard cheering. Tiana just showed up. We'll come around here in a second. So we've got a new fountain coming in front of Roger Rabbit. Roger Rabbit is out of frame here to the left. And actually you would see the El Capitan Runaway Railway would be right here as well. And then that's actually the entrance where those guests are coming in right there. That looks to be the entrance. This looks really detailed and fully realized, much more so than previous Toontown is. Look at that lovely little entrance they built there. The guests to go in, and it's almost, this feels a lot like Paris in a way, in Adventureland, where you just kind of meander through the area here a little bit. It makes it look a lot bigger than the space really is. Look at that. How about that? Okay, so I know it's Walt Disney World and it's Epcot, but seeing this made me so happy that I had to get a selfie on it, and it's probably going to be the thumbnail for this video. But it's a new statue of Walt. They announced this a while back, but we hadn't really heard much of it, but here it is. This is the actual statue that they're going to wind up putting in Epcot. He looks so awesome. He looks so awesome. I love the pose. I love the look on his face. The sort of, I don't know, contentment. Like, he's pleased. He's pleased with what he sees, with what he's created. I love it. And then they've got sorry guys. A little backstory here. The actual, oh my gosh, this video of the process of making the statue. Oh, that's cool. Epcot. And then here's the little maquette they probably made. so good. Okay, in the next room, I don't know what this room is. Those are drones. Oh, this is the show they do in Paris. We saw a little bit of that footage. Is that a Death Star? I think they made a Death Star. And then they exploded the Death Star. So Disneyland Paris. And Spider-Man Stuntronic. So this is just Imagineering type stuff. Yeah. R&D. Project EXO. What in the world is that going to be? This is a walk-around character. This is going to be a character that you can walk. What is it? I think, where have I seen this, heard this? Is this going to be a Hulk? But this guy's got fur. Yeah. 3D printed musculature. So you actually wear that. Oh my goodness. Go get it, Disney. And then Disney Global Resorts. Not much to report on there. And a behemoth of a Disney Cruise Line ship. My gosh, look at how big that thing is. I'm supposed to go on a cruise one of these days, right? All right. That is the Dreams Pavilion. Fantastic. Disney Music Emporium. I don't know. Oh, you can buy albums? I talked to Ian yesterday, and he showed me a couple things that he bought. I wonder if we can find them. But look at this. You could buy actual vinyl. You can get a 4-town vinyl. Oh, it's a single. Nobody Like You and True Love. That's great. The B-side. Or that's the A-side. Those are both A-sides. You can get soundtracks on vinyl. That's really neat. Let me cruise over here. Snow White, Aladdin, Bambi. There is a healthy queue for this. There is demand, you guys, for vinyl these days. Oh my goodness, the Rogue One soundtrack for $75. Mandalorian for $25. Oh, that's a 4-disc set. The Rogue One soundtrack is a 4-disc set. Music by Michael Giacchino, who is a genius. I'll take his music any day on any soundtrack. Shang-Chi, WandaVision. Actual CDs, that's a new, or that's kind of a dead media also, isn't it? Adventures Through Inner Space, that's the one that Ian bought. He bought Adventures Through Inner Space, of course he did. And Lilo and Stitch. And then here's some more. Pardon me, guys. Sorry. Enchanted, Hocus Pocus, and the Muppet movie. That also was one that Ian bought that he showed me. Lofi Mini Focus. What is that? Is that French? Wow. The needle, I can't, no, the needle's not on the record, so I can't, I don't know if I don't want to touch it. I'm afraid. Hi. This is great. What are these? These are trading cards. These are like Pokemon cards, but for Disney. They're not Pokemon cards. I'm just saying they look like kind of the, the art or whatever, the design of the cards. They're just trading cards. That's awesome. That's pretty great. Okay, moving on. Weddings and honeymoons. Oh, okay, that's the exit. You can't, oh my gosh. I can't even imagine. All I see right now are dollar signs. That's all I see. I see dollar signs on there. I know I'm not the most romantic person in the world. I own that. I do. Okay, but look, they've got a carriage, a pumpkin carriage. They've got the dresses, and that's the room we just saw over there. That is. I can walk through?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's just for the pictures, isn't it?
Behind the photographer.
Got it. All right, I can go through. So you can actually ride that. I don't know if you've seen this. I have seen this at Downtown Disney. I've seen people in an actual carriage riding through horse-drawn carriage, just like that, through Downtown Disney on their way to having a fairy tale honeymoon or fairy tale wedding, I should say. Got a QR so you can see where the different sites are. Here's your menu. Wedding dresses. I have no commentary for this. I have no idea to say, oh my God, that's cute. I can say that about, oh, but look at that. Oh my gosh. After hours shot in front of Sleeping Beauty Castle. They're actually going to be doing a ceremony here. They got the chairs out there and everything. And I wonder how long it took them to collect all those petals for the Mickey-shaped petals there. That's fantastic. You can get married in front of the Tree of Life. On a cruise. Here's the horse-drawn carriage. This is an example of it actually happening for somebody. I think this looks like Disney World. That looks like Cinderella Castle. This exists still. This is over by the Disneyland Hotel. I've actually had a Earl of sandwich while sitting under that gazebo there. Oh look, you can also in Avatar Land. That's great. A Small World wedding cake. Okay, that's that's wild, man. They can do whatever you want. That's great. That's great. Oh hey, how are you? On your right is Mickey's of Glendale, which we were in there yesterday. It's a huge wait to get in there, so we won't be able to show you that. We have a Pandora exhibit. My wife is slowly getting into Pandora, which also scares me. It's like collecting pins or fun codes. Like once you start, it's hard to stop.
Sorry. No, you're good. And like I saw the purple like Rapunzel. Oh wait.
Oh, here. The Lorcana trading card game has a huge queue to get in there. What in the world? I've never even heard of this. What is the Lorcana trading card game? You can see it's Disney themed. I can see Mickey. It looks like it's the Prince and the Pauper Mickey, kind of. Or maybe it is for real. I don't know. It's a trading card game, so that's, Pokemon and whatnot, that kind of thing. There's a Star Wars Villainous game. I'm going to sneak around the back side to see if it's the same thing. This queue is enormous. My goodness. She's telling us we can't go in. It goes on. It's still going. You guys, how popular is Lorcana? It goes all the way back there. Oh my God. Whoever's, I don't know who said that. Hello. There they are. Hi, guys. Wow, that's a. Hi. Hi, guys. Now I'm lost. I'm back at Pandora again. I have got to find out what's up with Lorcana. Look at that. All right. Next up is Funko. This is a very interesting setup they have here. It's like going into a diner or something. I cannot get into that queue. I don't have time for that. But yeah, you go inside and you can shop inside this little building. They've built a fake building. That's a really interesting idea. I don't know if there's we can't even window shop, can we? I don't know. Have they announced any new Funkos for this event for D23? Oh gosh. This is what happens when you arrive at D23 in the morning. There's the back of the line right here. Hi, good morning. How long have you been waiting?
A few minutes.
Is that all? Oh, okay. That's not bad. This thing is enormous. This building, I mean. Hi, guys. And this is okay. Oh, this right. The other side of this is Loungefly. Interesting that they've got a Richard. Or that's not Richard. No, yeah, right? Why have I forgotten his name? Again, I won't show you Mickey's of Glendale, but yesterday when we were here, we waited in all of this. This was full yesterday when we got in here, and we waited in the whole thing. You waited 2 or 3 hours to get your virtual queue spot. You know, we got our virtual queue at 1 o'clock, and they said to come back in 3 hours, so we came back in 3 hours, and then we waited another hour inside the queue after having checked in. Wild. The Penn store next door, which I guess is connected to Mickey's of Glendale, but it's a separate entrance. I have no idea. If we get a chance, I'm going to try to come back here either later today or tomorrow on Sunday, because I don't have a plan. Hi, how are you? I don't have a plan for Sunday other than to find a place to see the parks panel. But maybe, you know, we'll get a chance to go and look at some of these shops that we can't look into right now, because today we're just kind of walking the floor. What is this here? This looks like an Imagineer situation. Look at this Pirates of the Caribbean setup for a photo op. Yo-ho! That's my favorite scene on the attraction, when the lightning strikes in front of that pirate as he's trying to pilot the ship. It's a great photo op. Okay, so Disney Legends, which was a big deal yesterday. By the way, speaking of Legends, they announced, you know, that Chapek announced during the Legends saying that there is going to be an expansion of Avengers Campus, and we're going to get to that news and other news that has come out of here in a separate video. We're waiting for all the news to happen ex Atencio. We're waiting for that news to happen before we do a proper video on it, but we will be doing one. This is the guy who wrote the script for Grim Grinning Ghosts and Yo-Ho, A Pirate's Life for Me. Both theme songs were written by Ex Atencio, who is not a songwriter by trade. He's an artist. So I always enjoyed that, how, you know, that's part of the great history of Disney, and how Walt was able to extract talent from, you know, unexpected places like that. He was always asking people to sort of just, can you do this? And they're like, I guess, I don't know, let's find out. And they did. It was fantastic. It's history. They, you know, out of nowhere, Ex Atencio created history. There he is again. So this whole thing is his, I guess it is, it's for Bill Justice and Ex Atencio, it looks like. 47 years he worked for Disney. You see here, he's just drawing Winnie the Pooh. But by the way, also, could you write a couple songs for me? That'd be great, thank you.
I would think we would see
Here he's creating some sort of, I don't even know what he's creating here. What is that for? I was just reading absently while I was looking at that he was an animator on Fantasia. Okay, the Jungle Book. As part of the Walt Disney Family Museum, creating a masterpiece. Oh, they're handing out posters. I need to go to this place. The Walt. Oh, this is different. This is the Walt Disney Family Museum. This is the one that's in San Francisco. It's right next to the Walt Disney Hometown Museum, which is in, of course, Marceline, Missouri. I have been to the Walt Disney Family Museum. It is amazing, and I highly recommend it to anybody who has even a vague interest in knowing more about the history of the Disney company. It's a fantastic, in-depth, thorough experience. One of the greatest things that I've ever done. And that's where I bought one of my favorite shirts, that e-ticket shirt that I have. I bought it there. A few of the books that they have. This is the book that they're probably promoting here at this exhibit. And we showed you this yesterday, the Walt Disney Hometown Museum exhibit. We got to write our name on the bench. They have a couple benches. They're still trying, oh, they've turned it upside down now so you can start signing the bottom of it. They could do this for days. We signed that bench over there yesterday. Photo spot with Miguel from Coco. Hola, Miguel. That's really high quality. And this is what I was talking about, you know, and we'll get into more. This so much more of what the show is doing this year. They've upped the quality of just about everything. You know, these exhibits like here, it used to be just tables, and they would have stuff on a table and a pamphlet or whatever, and they might have some merchandise and stuff, but they've actually built sets for all kinds of different, not just the big ones, but for everything. This is one of the funner ones. This is a photo op with you in the Tron Vehicle that's still not open at Walt Disney World. It's still not open. They announced this attraction like at 3 D23s ago, and it's still not open. But they're very close. The word is that we're going to get a date finally tomorrow at the Parks panel. Story Living by Disney. Okay, so this is interesting. We've heard about this. They're building a planned community in the desert, Rancho Mirage, in the Palm Springs area. And hi guys. It's called Story Living. So Disney isn't building it. They don't quote unquote own it. They're only licensing the name and the brand and maybe. Hi, how are you guys? Good, thank you. Just the sort of the Disney aesthetic, as it were, but they don't actually own the property or the homes or anything like that. And we've been doing construction reports. You can watch them build this. Watch our construction reports on Fresh Baked, and you might see the evolution of this property. This is the concept art. That's the entrance, this is a very standard, kind of typical entrance for most resort communities in the desert. No golf course though, but they are building a lake. They're building a lake that you can go canoeing in the middle of the desert. There it is. And then, so this part of it is resort, part of it is dedicated to the resort, part of it is you can buy a ticket, you can buy a day pass and go as just a regular guest, like going to Disneyland, but you're going to the Catino Desert instead. You've got some concept art, I think. These are some of the homes. We previewed these on a news segment not long ago, but very mid-century modern theming for the homes.
That's right. That's correct. You're right.
That one looks great. You know what I love, and I think these are called breeze blocks right here. I love that. That's very retro, or mid-century modern, indicative of that era, and I love it. I love it so much. I want a home with breeze blocks and the angular structure, the way they design these, very common in that era, in the the mid-century modern. I noticed that it's the only one. This is the only one that has that. Whenever I see one of those homes, I always think of something. I imagine that's a place where Dean Martin would have lived, because I know he had a place in the desert, and I've seen photos of it, of the insides, but I've never seen the outside of it. But I always think of Dean Martin whenever I see one of those homes. Adventures by Disney, you may have heard, they're selling a vacation package for something like $100,000. I forget what the number was. And they take you to like 12 different destinations. Not just Disney, but they're taking you to all the Disney parks, but they also take you to, the London, to London. I can't remember what the other, I'm sure there was a Taj Mahal was in there. Is this it? I think this is just promoting all of them. I would love to do an adventure by Disney. I want to they do an Alaska cruise, which would be amazing. This one is for the Seine River. Look at that suite. This is not a cruise ship. It's wild. Giant chessboard. Oh my gosh. Wow. One of these days. Not much to see there. Okay. Here's DVC, the Disney Vacation Club. They got a film crew in here right now. I can't tell what they're promoting with this artwork up here, but you got to see Walt showing his concept art of Disneyland when he's first announcing that. But this, artistic representations of parts of the park. You can see there the new DVC wing for the Disneyland Hotel there, right behind that one person there. But I don't know if, there's another larger image of it down there. We can't really get a look at it, but I think I saw yesterday. Oh no, that's a Lonnie. I thought I saw where they were previewing a room. Okay, that's just a Lonnie. That's the Evil Queen.
Oh, what made you say?
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to. There's a film crew in there, but there's nothing to see there. Anywho, okay, we're almost back to the beginning of this part of it. So we'll check out the Walt Disney Animation Studios one next with this amazing Encanto photo op. My goodness, that is legit. She looks great. Wow, okay. Sneak in the backside here. We're gonna walk into the actual, they got another photo op here for the 100. Dude, this coming 2023 is gonna be a big deal. Watch out for a lot of stuff, a lot of news being talked about. They're gonna reveal it over time. But the 100th anniversary is going to factor at the parks too. We're gonna see, I'm hoping for something along the lines of limited time magic type situation where there's gonna be a lot of anniversary celebrations at the parks. I'm really looking forward to hearing more. I don't know if they're going to announce it here today or if it's going to be, drip fed throughout the rest of the year, but I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do for the 100th. Looks like they had next door I don't want to call it a panel, but they've got a whole schedule. They're going to have people up here. So if we come back, what time is it? If we come back at 11, it's 10:30 right now. There's a Pixar signing, Elemental Filmmakers. Oh, you got to have a reservation for that. A giveaway at 12 o'clock Disney Animation booth demo. That'd be interesting. They're right here. They're okay. Up next, they're saying at noon, a conversation with Strange World filmmakers. Have you seen the trailer for Strange World? I don't know. I can't. I didn't dig it. I'm sorry to say, I didn't dig the trailer for Strange World. It was a little too much for me. But I do love Pixar. Okay, I'm probably getting copyrighted. So, you know what? I just realized, or is that? I don't know. Okay, let's get into this booth, see what we can find. Walt Disney Animation Studios. Ooh, we got some cell art or pencil art. Mirabelle, Genie, Pocahontas. Wow. Maquettes. I love that they make a maquette of a thing that they're going to draw later. It's so cool because you need the 3D image to base it on. The artistic process is so impressive. Who has this been signed by? Oh, Get a Horse was one of the... Yeah, they did that for 2013. I saw that... Where did I see that? I think that was the short ahead of Frozen. It was very good. Very, very good. I enjoyed that a lot. So these must be the animators who did Get a Horse.
Fresh meat!
Hi, how are you?
I'm good!
I haven't heard of this film. How did I miss the announcement for... Is that Iwaju? 2023? Is that... I'm thinking South Africa, perhaps? Or set in South Africa, I mean. My goodness. The music of Walt Disney Animation Studios. Oh, I have not seen Cinderella in such a long time. Neither the animated or the live action. This is a fun little booth. Very well done. Here's Strange World. See, it's just, I don't know, man. It's just a bunch of weird. It's just it's like 90 minutes of weird. And I don't know, I think it's because the clips I saw, they were just doing things, unexpected things that doesn't make sense to me, and it's just bizarre, and I don't know if my brain can process that. I'm too logical for that kind of art, I think. This is giving me such Atlantis vibes right here. I almost walked out of here without noticing this picture of Walt from 1940 at the animation studios. It's like the campus. I wonder how realistic that is in terms of seeing all the cast members, the artists, etc., just kind of chilling out here on the grass. Is that accurate, or is that set up? Is that posed? I want to believe it's real. You know what I mean? I want to believe that that's what it was like.
I can't wait till
Imagine working under that kind of environment. I mean, I know he asked a lot. He was very aggressive and demanding, but he also, I feel like that is Walt, that he did cultivate that kind of life or that kind of work environment. Okay, next door we have Life at Disney. What is that? What is Life at Disney? I don't know how to get in here. We'll go around the other side, perhaps. There is a queue. I'm very tempted to get in that queue to see what's going on here. does look like it's sort of a continuation of the conversation we just had as a cast member life at Disney.
You guys want to over?
We are the magic. They are the magic. Don't ever forget that. Okay, so this looks like I can go in here. Let's find out. Okay, so we've got a lot of little profiles of various positions inside the Disney company. Jonathan Williams, operations producer at ESPN. Ralph Stollmuller, chef de cuisine, hotel banquets. Cody Reynolds, director of character art. Sharita Carter, executive creator producer. She's the woman in charge leading Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway and Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Brittany Saya, product manager. Ooh, look, name tags. Hey, look, there's my name. That's cool. By the way, they're also giving away. They make you your own name, which is neat. Oh, look it. I was there that day and I saw those Jungle Cruise skippers. I don't know if it's this exact group, but I saw a swarm of skippers coming at me on that day on their way to the Jungle Cruise. Those guys are the best. I love the Jungle Cruise skippers. Buzz Lightyear premiere, I guess. Oh, that's got to be behind stage 17 right there. Disney cast life and life at Disney. Yeah, I was hoping that they would show us a little more. I mean, I guess that's what these videos are. But I want to know more about what it's like to be a cast member, don't you? Oh, that's the Droid Depot. You're getting a picture in front of the Droid Depot. All right, guys, I love Disneyland cast members. I was hoping for more out of that. I'm sorry to say, it really was. I was hoping to get a better understanding of life at Disney. I guess I could have watched those videos, but I don't know. Here's a display, a photo op for Strange World. Looks like a great shot. All right, on our right, that is the Archives, the Disney Archives exhibit, which is fantastic. It's really great. We were in there yesterday. You know what? I'll go ahead and loop that in here. I'm going to loop that in here for those watching the complete walkthrough, even though it was, in our video yesterday. So these weights are not that bad. They look intimidating, those weights out there. They look intimidating, but they're not that bad. The Disney Step in Time Archives. Oh, there's queues within the queues. Okay, so it's a photo op. Steamboat Willie, which I saw something like this at the at that pop-up thing they did in downtown Disney at the old ESPN zone. Oh, they got an old-fashioned camera up here. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Also, though, there's no queue here. This is just, you can walk up and observe, so look at...
I bet it's right here.
That is legit. Wow. The backdrop is the Carthay Circle, which they have since rebuilt in DCA. Oh, there we go. We started out of order here, didn't we? Sorry, guys. So this is about the film premiere of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. A perfume bottle from 1938. box of chewing gum. Cutout doll and dresses from 1938. A Snow White radio from 19... Oh my goodness. That's Bubble Bath. That's Snow White, it's Bubble Bath. This is from the premiere. Police passport, that's from the premiere. And here's a commemorative program. It's silver. You can't read it because of the light, but it's the program. Tuesday evening, December 21st, world premiere, Carthay Circle Theater, 1937. That's legit. And I wonder, I have to assume, because they had displays out at the premiere. They had built these displays out in front. I have to assume these are legit because you can see how aged they are, and they don't want us to touch them. Look at. It's fascinating. Sleepy's Eye has seen better days. Same with Bashful. So this is a 1955 exhibit, opening day, opening year of Disneyland. Let's go take a look at that cabinet. My eyes, while I was waiting, were immediately drawn to Walt Disney's Notes for Disneyland entrance tunnel plaque. So you can, there's a lot of glare, but you can see where he's written the text. Oh my gosh! I wish I can't. Let's try. Look at. He's actually changed. Oh my gosh, he's changed the text. Oh my gosh. Souvenir guidebook from 55. Press pass. And a parking pass. Wow. They got a representation of the Floor Mickey and the Disneyland Railroad. And a reminder here, they've got the attraction posters. We see these now in the tunnels, on the left and right tunnels, but they used to be out here. They would put them right up on the gate. You know, so you would walk by them as you were looking at Floor Mickey. You can see this in Saving Mrs. Banks, or Mr. Banks, Saving Mr. Banks, whatever. I can't remember the name of the film. But you can see that's how they had it set up when they recreated that scene in that film, that they had the marquee posters out there. It was just some sort of Mary Poppins situation here. Very curious. Again, I have to assume these are screen used. Carousel horse from the carousel scene in Mary Poppins, one of my favorites. And I just gasped a little inside with the possibility that that is the dress she wore in that scene. Is that possible? Do they have it? Well, I mean, we are in the Walt Disney Archives exhibit, so it has to be, right? That's why we're here. Oh my God, I'm tripping out. This looks legit, because you can see how faded everything is. I love that they're giving us an opportunity to see this stuff unencumbered. Like, it's just out here. And I mean, you could touch it, but they understand that we're respectful enough that we're not going to. That's fantastic. All right, we're in the Haunted Mansion exhibit. And now that I'm leaning into the idea that this stuff is authentic, I'm kind of freaking out, high-key freaking out, looking at the stuff that used to exist in the Haunted Mansion attraction. I would imagine this is in the attic. These are attic props. Old-fashioned buggy. Actually, there is a buggy still, I think, right? A carriage still. The Medusa portrait. Wow! I could barely hand. Oh my gosh! Look at you guys. So this stuff is not on display. I'm kind of getting it in my brain. Tambourine, and the horn, obviously from the Leota seance scene. They didn't exist. This probably wasn't in the attic. They're putting various props together. Then you've got a chest, which they probably have. There's a chest there now, but this, I wonder if this is the chest that they were talking about, where in the backstory, Leota. This is how Leota, or not Leota, the bride discovers her husband's true history. Captain Blood, Captain Gore. She found all of his piratey stuff in there. That's the story that I prefer. I prefer the idea that she discovered who her husband was, and then he killed her. And there she is, dude. Look, the literal beating heart bride. I'm just so, like, I cannot get my head around that this is legit. Did I just see Control? Or no, is it Control? David, yeah, Sark. Okay, the David Warner character. Control. Control is the voice thing. My God, though, that's legit. That's screen used. Look at that. It's like a leather helmet thing with some things attached to it, applied to it. You guys, David Warner wore that and filmed the movie Tron. Okay, he put his head in there. For real. And I guess I have to assume that's the actual Flynn's Arcade sign, right? They have saved that. Didn't I see this in the back lot at one of the stages? The stage is now the Marvel shop. Look at that, a Tron disc. And this is Jeff Bridges' character's helmet. Jeff Bridges put his head inside that helmet and became Tron. I'm dead. And that all lit up blue in post. Wow. You know, I was about to say, because, okay, so the Tron game didn't exist in the Tron movie, obviously, but I played that game. I have played that game for real as a kid, stacked my quarters up on one of those machines. I thought this was Space Invaders, and I thought, okay, no, so these aren't screen used, but that's Space Paranoids, which is the game that Jeff Bridges was, you know, a master at, that he was very good at. Now, I wonder if, I'll have to go back and look at the film, but I don't remember if the, what do they call those things? Oh my God, I forgot the name of those machines from the film. Did they exist on the Space Paranoids stand-up arcade game sign? I wonder. Looks like we've got a Dick Tracy set here with some photo ops and various costumes worn by the Dick Tracy cast, obviously including Dick Tracy himself, with the not very yellow raincoat, but I would imagine that that's something that they lit or colored in post. They probably have to mute it, I would guess. Is that Madonna's dress? Breathless Mahoney, I wonder? And I can almost imagine Al Pacino in one of those outfits as well. Oh my God. You get a photo op of you doing the thing that they used to do on the Disney Channel, where you would make the ears with your wand. Yeah, this is a Disney Channel wand from 2003. That's fun. You gotta do the thing. Do the thing. Do the thing. Oh, that's great. Oop. We've arrived at Star Wars. Kylo Ren's here. So are we again, I have to ask, are these screen used? Okay, this is from Force Awakens. These are from Force Awakens, not the 77 character or costumes, but obviously BB-8 would be from Force Awakens, but that R2 and C-3PO are also the ones used in Force Awakens. Oh, and these are components for the Millennium Falcon also. Interesting. I didn't notice that before. Legit. It looks a lot like what you find in Smuggler's Run today, right? That was exceptional. I thought it was exceptional. I was not prepared. I go into these things not really fully realizing what I'm doing. Sometimes I'm just, oh, look, an exhibit, let's go in. And it didn't dawn on me until about halfway through that these are, you know, legitimate artifacts. Okay. Oh, I guess I should go to the Marvel Studios. My goodness, look at the size of that thing. I think they're doing a, I don't know who said that, but it looks like there's a actual panel happening right here. Hi guys. Hello. Which means we can't go in there. Oh, they haven't started yet. Hi guys. I don't know if there was anything in there to begin with, so we'll just turn around and check out this other mammoth exhibit pavilion in the middle of the D23 show floor, and that is the Lucasfilm Limited Pavilion, which is big. We didn't get to do this one yesterday, so I'm looking forward to seeing this. These things are, have you seen these? These are like, they're billboards. They're modern billboards, three-dimensional. They put these things out in front of buildings and it looks like it's the real thing. I don't know if this is gonna come through on the camera or not, but see how they've got the side, right? So it gives it depth. You see these in Times Square. It's fantastic. And I've even seen one where it looks like it's almost coming out of the screen. And I think it's, if you see it, if you look at it maybe from the side over here on this image, I wonder if I can. Sorry. If I see it from here. Yeah, doesn't it kind of look like it's coming out of the building a little bit? The wonders of science and technology. Hi, how are you? All right. Look at that. Look at that pavilion, you guys. Look at how amazing. Willow. There's a Willow series coming out to Disney Plus that I'm really looking forward to. I am a Willow guy. I love Willow. I've seen the movie, but it's been a long time since I've seen it, but I really enjoyed it. So this must be some of the costumes that they're going to be using for that show. You know, he played Wicket in Return of the Jedi. I forget his name now. This guy right here. I wonder if these are going to be the same characters or if it's a new group of characters. Very Lord of the Rings, but it was a little bit more whimsical, Willow was. But this looks very serious. Very, very intense. Less whimsical than the original Willow. Star Wars costumes. Oh my goodness. Here's a droid that we'll be seeing in Andor, which is coming soon. The Disney Plus. B2 Emo. Oh my god. Is he really going to be emo, I wonder? And this is, yeah, that's Cassian's costume right there. This will be Mon Mothma, legend. I don't know who that guy is. Is he gonna be? Oh, it's from Obi-Wan. I was gonna say he's not gonna be an Andor.
He was like, it was amazing. Wow.
I mean, he exists in that timeline. But these are from Obi-Wan, and that's Obi-Wan's costume. And of course, the Mandalorian, Bo-Katan, Ahsoka, Fennec, and of course Boba Fett. And I love Star Wars content. I could just do this all day. I swear, I could watch it. Look at that. They've got an Indiana Jones. This looks to be not for the new film. Although, I mean, that costume obviously exists in all films. But this looks like the, the German dude who gets his face melted in the first one, in Raiders. Or unless maybe there is a new character that they've come up with that is similar. Because I don't recognize this costume either. So this must be for the new film. It has to be. Oh my God, is that Harrison Ford? Is that Indy wearing this costume? Let's take a look. Sorry, guys. Little tuk-tuk chase scene here. That's standard Indy. I don't know who this character is. I don't recognize her. But that does look like the German dude. That's not Indy. That does look like the German dude from Raiders. I forget his name. But these look like renderings for the new film. I don't recognize any of this. Man, I hope this is good. I really do, because they got a lot of making up to do for a Crystal Skull, which I'll still watch, but not my favorite Indy movie for sure. But I love Indy as a character.
I got to meet him years ago.
The Hulu Disney Plus ESPN Bundle Pavilion.
This character, I thought it's gotta be. And he had some hesitations about it. Just
I bought Disney Plus here at the last D23, and it should be expiring soon. I think I will. When I get it, I'll have to upgrade to the bundle, right? And you can get Disney Plus right now. First month is $2, which is, not a lot considering they're selling it for like $12 or $14 or something.
To see him come back to acting after 30 years and just in this way, it's so satisfying. I'm so happy for him.
Even for me, like knowing his story, knowing where he started, and the fact that him returning to the industry and the business, and him giving an insight about what it was like to reach a level of success as a young child actor, and then come back with such a bang. And so it's great to see him a part of this, even as a fan. Would you like to cue up our last clip?
Okay, so this is World 3 of 3, and this is the fun one. As we promised, Jin gets thrown into an unknown world of Chinese mythology. So you might recognize somebody in this clip as well, and I'll just let it explain itself.
They were talking about somebody coming back to acting after 30 years. I want to say they're talking about Short Round. Is this Everything Everywhere All at Once? Is that Disney? Because Short Round hasn't been around. He took a break from acting. I haven't seen this film yet, so I don't know what I'm watching. Yeah, it looks like Michelle Yeoh, though. Yeah, that's Michelle Yeoh.
yeah. Oh yeah. Looks like we're almost out of time, but for any of the 3 EPs, for you guys to answer, what do you think audiences are going to love about this series?
They're talking about a series though, so.
Every time I see them,
Oh, hi.
I watched Walt on the first page.
Oh, thank you.
I love your wife.
I know, right? I do too.
Thank you for all that you do. I am an engineer, so I know
Oh,
people have to do with things. So just thank you for all that you
well, thank you.
do.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much, Brittany. Nothing makes me happier than cast members coming up to say hi to me. Imagineers coming up to say hi to me. Oh my God, I'm dying. Brittany, thank you. Respect. So the show is American Born Chinese. So I don't know what actor they're talking about who has been out of the game for 30 years, but so obviously it's not everything everywhere all at once, but I do still need to see that film. I want to see American Born Chinese for that matter. Okay. For some reason, Target has a exhibit, or not exhibit, this is, I think they're selling merch here. I don't know what they're selling exactly. I think it's these bullseye plushes. They're denim. Webbed, yeah, they're denim, that's interesting. I don't know what this is supposed to be. This is another diner situation. I'm not sure what this is supposed to be in terms of inspiring me to buy Target merch. I don't know. I don't get it. Next door, we've got a Star Wars Citizen Watch exhibit. It's a D23 offer spot, whatever that means. Get yourself some Star Wars themed watches. Ooh, that one's a Death Star right there. Okay, right off the bat. Oh look, there's a one with the Rebel Alliance logo. There's a Mandalorian logo, a Sith logo. Oh look, this one's the trench run from Star Wars. The green thing on the left there. That's neat. Millennium Falcon. They've got some Mickey watches. Have you ever owned a Mickey watch? I think everybody has to have owned at least one in their lifetime. They got one with the modern Mickey art back there. There's Minnie. There's a vintage Plain Crazy. Well, that's nice. I like that. There's a Beauty and the Beast in the back there. The Rose. Snow White with the apple. Ooh. Evil Queen. Wow. Those are kind of nice. Hey guys, how are you? How's it going, man? Can I take a picture with you? Yeah, sure. And lots more inside. I don't dare go in there because that looks very cramped, but there you go. There's a very impressive Citizen watch. People wear watches still. You know, I've actually thought about it. I've recently begun thinking about getting a watch because I like the way things look on a wrist. For no other reason. You know, I just want something on my wrist. I don't know why. Figpin has a booth next door. Again, I can't really show you because there's a queue there that I don't have time to get into. But Figpins are coming up. They're enamel. It's kind of like collecting Funkos in a way, but they're enamel pins about that big. You can see them, they're handing them out in little boxes. They sell them at Disneyland. You go to Main Street and you might be able to find them selling Fig pins on Main Street or displaying them out front, and then you go inside to, you know, like the 20th Century Music Company, that shop on Main Street might have them. I'm stopping by the Marvel exhibit here again. So it looks like some folks have shown up. Let's see if we recognize anybody. Nope, I don't. I don't know who that is.
Did the audience like it? Did the audience like it?
Oh, this is for Miss Marvel. I have got to catch up. I have not watched any She-Hulk or Miss Marvel.
But look, so we know that, like a lot of us, Kamala is a huge fan of the Avengers. And so she has grown up really idolizing these characters. You three have worked on so many of the characters that she actually idolized. So for you to be able to then make a costume for her, who was also a fan of that, can you give us some background? Can you give us a little bit of ideas and some thoughts on how it felt and some of your favorite characters that you've worked on, how it felt to get that?
I think it's fun that she's a fan of the MCU.
I saw this one yesterday. This is, she's, for some reason, she's being carried away by a Tuscan Raider, which I just don't understand, but it's really neat. That's cracking me up. Every now and then she pretends like she's being dragged away. She's being kidnapped by a Tuscan Raider. That's very creative, very clever. All right.
I needed it.
Moving on. We had to backtrack a little bit. There's so much cosplay here. Like, you could do a whole video on just the cosplay. Hey, there he is, Willow. Okay, there's the Hulu booth again. We had to backtrack a little bit. So what is this? This is a bunch of stuff that's going to be, or that it is on Hulu. Machine Gun Kelly's Life in Pink, if you say so. Bob's Burgers. I should love this show. I've never watched it. I've only seen a few episodes. I love him because I love Archer. Archer is one of my favorite shows. But for some reason, I never got into Bob's Burgers or Family Guy, which apparently will be on Hulu also, or is on Hulu. I don't know. Journey into Storytelling. Oh dear, that is enormous and impressive. What are we looking at? That's a lot of brands up there. Oh. Have you guys seen that? The streamer, the commercials for the streamer, this guy. You got a photo op. You could take it inside of his canoe as if you were the streamer. This, Dave Bautista. He's great. I love him. I don't know what this is. I don't know what I'm looking at. What am I supposed to find in here? Journey into Storytelling. I guess I have to go in there. That's exit. So how do we get into the journey? Oh my gosh, that is so big. This is gonna be a wait, I think. That's an exit. How do we get in here? Did I just see, what's his name from Onward walk by? I think I did. I've only seen that film once. I don't know the characters' names at all. I was not impressed with Onward, to be honest. Exit only. Okay, we're just gonna keep going. That looks like it's gonna take 4 days to figure out what's going on inside. Journey into Storytelling. Oh my God, look at that queue. Were they expecting a big crowd? How do I get in here? Where's the entrance? Is this it? Okay, this must be it. Boy, they were expecting more folks into Journey into Storytelling. Folks who did not show up, I guess. All right, well, let's go in and see what happens. I mean, it's kind of full in here. Where do we start? Zombies 3. Never saw Zombies 1 or 2. Disney branded. Okay, so there's American-born Chinese again, which I need to find out more about this. I want to know who it is that they were talking about. A lot of photo ops here. There's a queue for that. You can take a photo with that staff. Who is the actor that hasn't been? Maybe that's not Michelle Yeoh. I gotta find out. Well, I think I've discovered my confusion. I was both right and wrong. It is a new show. It's a new series. And that is Michelle Yeoh, and that is Short Round, but they're different characters in a different, it's not the same. They're the same actors from Everything Everywhere All at Once, but not the same show or same story. I'm justifiably confused, right? What is this? Is that a photo? I thought it was maybe like a little scare zone back there. Oh, this is for National Treasure, Edge of History. I am really curious about this one as well. It's a National Treasure show that does not have Nicolas Cage. This must be the basis of, this is the puzzle that they have to solve, right? The mystery. Looks like it's based on something Mayan. Something about the Pachamama spiral. Yeah, so it's Mayan based. Here's some relics. Oh, look. They've got this is left over from the first National Treasure. These are the glasses that they had to use in order to see, in order to read the hidden message. That's the pipe that they found on Charlotte that was a key. Well, I'm trying to remember this. I don't remember what the piece of driftwood is, though. Is there more? So this must be, they must have kept this stuff handy. You know, I never saw the second, well, no, I did see the second one. It was terrible. Not nearly as enjoyable as the first National Treasure, and it makes me nervous about this show. Well, here we go. So is that I think we saw that on the wall over there. On that the wall. Here's the bifocals that you can allow to see in 3 dimensions. I don't know what that is. All right, Abbott Elementary. Never seen this show. Don't know what it's about. Little Dance Dance Revolution. Did I break it? What does that mean? What does high score mean? Did I break it? Cruel Summer. That's got to be some YT stuff, or YA, I mean. On Freeform. Is that still a channel? American Horror Story on FX. Scream on Hulu. Oh, can I walk? Okay, wait here. What is this? What are we doing? Oh God. I don't watch a lot of this, but Liz does, or has. So I don't know the references that are being made on some of these costumes. I recognized, oh my God, okay, so this was, they did a whole thing on Freak Show, I think it was. That's Freak Show, right? Twisty the Clown, I think I remember that one, vaguely. Miss Wilhelmina, Venable costume, I don't really know that one. Myrtle Snow, don't know her. I'm so sorry. I probably should be more impressed. I don't know what this is, but this is obviously important. The thing is, I like horror too, but I could never get into Horror Story. And it looks like you can film a little something right here. They've got a vanity mirror set up where you can film yourself. That's a little screen test. Okay. Epic Adventures with Bertie Gregory. So this guy is having his picture taken against a green screen where he's climbing either up or down a rope, just like this fella. Well, that's right next to a volcano. That's interesting. Well, that's Chris Hemsworth. I said, okay. Legacy, the truth of the LA Lakers. Oh, I'm a Laker fan, but I haven't seen this. I didn't watch the other Laker show either. The Jerry Buss based story. Only Murders in the Building. Also have not watched that show ever. The Kardashians. Never seen a single episode of the Kardashians. Nor could I even name all the Kardashians or all their husbands. Not even close. I guess that's it. All right. That was interesting. All right, back outside on the main floor, Pop-Minded. I don't know what that is. Let's see if we can learn more about Pop-Minded. Oh, hi guys, hi. Hi. There's the Tuscan Raider again. Okay, so what do we got here? Just action figures or models or? I don't understand. Why do they all have hooks on their heads? Oh, because they can hang? Yeah, they hang. But they're not ornaments. I'm really confused by that. Let's see if we can figure that out. Let's try to crack the code of the hanging weird ornament things. Because it's not, they look like they'd be too heavy to be a tree ornament. But there sure are a ton of them. So they got plushes too. Ornaments, okay, Elsa and the Fire Spirit Hallmark keepsake ornaments. So there's no mystery. They are just regular Christmas ornaments. I don't know why that confused me, but they've got an array of different kinds of things that they're selling here. Personally, I'm not much of a fan. I never got into collecting those things. You know, how are you? Thank you very much. Thank you. You know, I'm a traditional, I like my Christmas ornaments to be Christmas, as opposed to Disney themed or anything like that. Next door is Stife since 1880. I've never even heard of them. Plushes, it looks like. That Dalmatian back there is adorable. Can I get back there? Oh no, that's behind the counter, so I can't look back there. She got a Winnie the Pooh. That's interesting. It's different. It's not quite as full as a modern plush. It's a little more old school almost. Here's an eel. Yeah, they're a lot more flimsy. Almost like a Raggedy Ann type quality to it. Mickey and Minnie. I think I saw, yes. This one's cute. Dumbo with his big floppy ears. $36 to $39.95. Timon and Pumbaa back there. There's a little piglet. I don't know why I'm digging the Dalmatian one. Look at the size of that. Is that Brer Rabbit? Or no, that's just Rabbit from Winnie the Pooh. Okay. Sunglass Hut. Not my bag. Disney Movie Insiders, where fans become insiders, whatever that means. just a bunch of random stuff. I don't know what I'm looking at. That looks like from, oh gosh, why can't I remember the name of that film? Luca. That's Luca. Those are Luca cups. Some Funkos. Wow. Oh my gosh, there's a Jabba the Hutt down there that I have to see the other side of. How do I get in there? Looks like there's quite a queue. But is it just to buy stuff? Is the queue to shop? Feels like it is. Hey, there's Spider-Man. He's very friendly. Offer spot. Yeah, I won't be able to get in there. Hi, how are you? Hi, hey guys. I don't think I'll be able to get in there. But there's Jabba. That's what I was trying to get a look at before. Disney Plus Innovation Lounge.
That ended up in the #1 starter of the Sullivan toy that launched that next year in 2015. So it was the Sphero BB-8 toy that could roll around, and it had a little head. And,
oh, there's Shogun C-3PO.
I mean, it's incredible the amount of traction that they were going to get just from one program that was shown in one meeting, and they were off to the races, and they built it overnight. You would actually.
I don't know what this is.
Yeah, I'd love to see.
Hi, how are you?
So that's one, but there's a company that.
I don't know what this is. I'm not going to find out. Disney on Broadway. Oh, look at that. They're all, okay, it's on Broadway, but they're wearing VR headsets. What the heck is going on here? That's wild. They're just... You know, I just want to take it back. Can we just go back in time? Can we go back in time where this isn't a thing? I've never put on a VR headset in my life. I don't understand it at all. Corksicle, that sort of thing, I don't get. There's so much I don't get. Iron Studio, oh my goodness. Iron Studios, they do some amazingly realistic figurines. Wow. I mean, wow.
And there's Black Widow back there.
Is that all one? Yeah, that's all one figurine.
Yeah, I like that.
Wow.
With the little gun. Just get it.
There we go. All right, thanks.
Goodness. Oh, there's more. Oh, check out, you got two versions of Vision from WandaVision facing off. Gladiator Hulk. More. Look at the size. Oh my god. Okay, we gotta get over here. Oh my god, here's a meme. Here's they made the Spider-Man meme. That's classic. But no, look at Falcon. I mean, they just went for it. We're gonna build them with these giant wings. How about going for it, man? That's great. Fat Thor. Oh, but guys, there's so much more. Okay. Mandalorian and Grogu. None of these have prices. You have to scan. You have to find either a QR code or something to find out how much they are. But I'm imagining. Oh yeah, you would have to scan the QR code to find out what the cost is. So that means it's a lot. if you have to ask, you can't afford it, right? How about Darth Vader on his throne? Holy mackerel! Look at how they gave motion and movement to his lightsaber. That's from Rogue One. I was trying to place that because the the helmet is very Episode 4, very New Hope, but I never saw him attack like that in New Hope. So that's obviously Rogue One at the final scene, perhaps the greatest scene Darth Vader's ever had on film. Oh my God, there's so much more. There's so much more. Okay, I might have to start doing drive-bys on some of this. My goodness. Okay, this is the 100. Is this the 100? Oh no, it's not. This is related to the 100, but
create your own avatar ocean creature.
Oh, this is for Avatar? Let's go in. Let's find out. In honor of Disney 100 celebration, let's join together to harness the power of wonder for good. Well, that's a noble statement.
I didn't know if it was Burbank Glendale.
This is just all goodness in here. Oh my gosh. I love it. Thank you. Nation, the planet.
Hi, Fresh Pig.
Hi, how are you? Okay, this is making me happy. They're just promoting being good. That's it. It's just being good. I love it. It's a whole pavilion for being good. Okay. So less exhibiting now, a little bit more merch in the neighborhood. So I'm not sure how much of this we'll be getting into, but this does look interesting and I want to get into it.
What up, Fresh Pig?
Hey, how's it going? I love poster art. Love it. Got some shag right here. Haunted Mansion shag. Ducktail shag. Oh, they have signings here. Oh my gosh. It's like they don't exactly look like the Kingdom Hearts characters. They look more like modern versions of them.
Yeah, so some fun hidden stuff in there.
Whose idea was the popsicles?
Popsicles are part of the,
Oh, I know.
the game.
Yeah, I know.
And I was like,
That's why I recognized that immediately, but I was...
No, if they're the whole part where they sit up there on the
Which, by the way, is like one of my favorite parts.
Yeah,
So.
and also just having popsicles. I mean,
Yeah.
like, that is so friendship right
Yeah.
there. Like, you can let the rest of the world, like, sit for a minute while you just hang out and
Yeah.
have popsicles, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I have to throw that in there. And they're all just hanging out and having drinks.
I love it.
So, yeah. And if you can believe it, those are actually my identical twin boys. They've
I was gonna say because the faces aren't. That's what I was having trouble with before.
And
Yeah.
the thing is
Well, thank you.
Thanks for
Thank you for
hanging
that.
out.
Yeah.
And fresh baked.
Oh, hi. Hi, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so this is Heather Edwards, who just gave us that breakdown of that piece, which is very nice. Also, Dog and Dragon. I wonder if that's her husband, and that's his art, perhaps. Pencil art, graphite. Cool. Wow. Thank you very much.
really helps me stranded in Arizona.
I appreciate that. Thank you guys. I don't know what this is. It's very shimmery. I have no idea. How's it going? Oh, it's like bedazzled stuff. I don't know what you call that. Not my bag though, that's for sure. Topps has a digital trading card game that's for Disney. They asked me to rep them. I completely forgot about that. I was gonna do a piece, like a paid promotion for Topps for the Disney app, but I never actually did it. Thomas Kincaid next door? I thought he passed. Or is this older stuff? Or does somebody now paint in the Thomas Kincaid style? Yeah, so this Ed Shepard is a Thomas Kincaid Studios artist, as is Dirk Wunderlich. And Samantha Carvin. So there's a lot of folks who can do Kincaid style art, I guess. Hi. Box lunch. I love box lunch. Wow. Man. Hi, how are you? Man, box lunch. They crush it, man. They got some great stuff. I can't see any of it though. This whole thing is just a queue.
Come on, make some noise, y'all. We do our first trivia question.
Okay, what are we looking at? Okay, so this is probably where I'll be watching the Parks panel tomorrow. There she is again.
Characters that kind of deserves like his own movie, which is like has like shorts and all the merch.
I don't know what this is right now, but I would imagine that when Parks panel happens tomorrow, this is where I'll be. Looks like they've got another place to watch a stream from here. Sorry, I just wanted to say hi. Oh, hi. How you doing? I'm doing great, thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you.
I was going to say, you know what I love about Walt?
I'm curious to see how crazy that scene will be tomorrow.
When it comes apart, I think that's probably one of the best parts of this character.
And it looks like we've reached the far end. Oh, Walt's plane. Yes, we need to go see Walt's plane. How do I do that? Okay. Okay, that's now become a priority. How do I get over here? Can I do it? Hey, how are you? Is this it? I asked the guy, I'm like, what is it? He's like, it's magic. Then he's like, no, it's Walt's plane, which is magic, by the way. So yeah, just through here. Last time I was here, this was where they had the Haunted Mansion panel. But this, you can see it. You can see the plane. Bum bum ba dum ba da 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 da. Bum bum ba da 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 da. We're gonna go look at Walt's plane. Man, why is this so cool? Why do I need to see Walt's plane so bad? I don't know, but here we are. Look at that. Mickey Mouse 1. Presented by Amazon. So this is the cue to get a photo, which I think I want to do. Walt's plane. That's pretty cool, man. I got my picture taken in front of it and everything. Yeah, that's pretty impressive that they just decided, you know what, we're gonna refurbish his plane and then we're gonna ship it to D23 at the Anaheim Convention Center and let people take pictures in front of it. Like, what a move. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't have to do that, you know? They did it though. That's great. That's what I love about some of this kind of stuff, is that they just do it because it's cool. I don't need a reason. Just do it because it's cool. And there's respect and love, you know? Respect and love. Walt Disney flew in that, you guys. They got some displays over here. We'll go check those out. They're showing, oh my God, that's Kurt Russell. Baby Kurt Russell. What is that from? Oh, that's the plane in the background. Cabin, chair, and window used aboard Walt Disney's Gulfstream. Up until 1992. No kidding. So that's a phone that actually existed in the cabin of the plane. Ashtray. And instrument panel. Look, it's a Mickey clock. Oh my God. And this is a suit worn by Tom Hanks in Saving Mr. Banks. I think he's on that plane, isn't he? Yeah, because they would dress up to fly. You dress up to go to Disneyland, and you dressed up. Flight bag. And a photo of Walt and family, it looks like. A secretary, members of the Smoke Tree Ranch, and the Beverly Hills Lawn Bowling Clubs. And there's something on fire in the background. Yeah, it says that it acknowledges there was a brush fire in the area. So that's where that smoke is from. Not from a plane. Look at this. Wow. Ah. Oh my gosh. This was so close to when he passed. Attraction tickets for Small World. This is from the fair. Yeah, not from Disneyland, but from the World's Fair. That's a souvenir guide. And then another admission ticket over there. Looks like that's in its original condition. And that's the pilot, I believe, Chuck Malone. And then here's a logbook. Hired as Walt Disney's personal pilot in 1962. Wow. That's so cool, guys. That's legit. So this whole thing is sponsored by Amazon, and so there's some merch at the end. And I thought I wasn't gonna care about it. I thought I was like, whatever. But I kind of love it. This thing right here, this little, like, it's like a Funko of Mickey on the plane. I like that pillow. That pillow is fantastic. I wouldn't mind having that at home.
I deactivated it. So we probably are, I just don't have it.
Here's another Funko, is Pilot Mickey Mouse. Oh, and a travel bag. Crossbody travel bags. Oh, there's more. But these don't appear to be specific to the plane. This is some other stuff. So apparently this is going to be on display in Palm Springs soon. I think that's what I'm looking at here. It's a postcard. The other one looks like it's for a Small World, representative of the New York World's Fair. But I remember hearing that from somebody that the plane will be on display. It's going to be kept at they're going to have a museum of some kind, a Walt Disney Museum in Palm Springs, which is really neat. And that looks like it is the extent of what we're going to be able to see today or show you. That's everything. What we're looking at on the right is the one of the big merchandise pavilions, which looks to consume all. Looks to consume all of this side of the hall. And that's now. We are signing up, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this full watch. That's everything. It's all the exhibits, all the pavilions, all the booths, except for the merch stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed. That was fun. This is a big event. Man, I was impressed with how much quality there is here. In terms of the booths are fantastic. I really enjoyed this. Better than any of D23 I've ever been to. I had a great time this year, and hopefully they get better and better every year after this. With that, follow us on Instagram at _FreshBaked, on Twitter at FreshBakedDisney, that's FreshBakedOE, and on TikTok at FreshBakedDisney. If you like our show and want to show your support, please do consider joining our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/FreshBaked. Otherwise, we love you guys. Be safe out there. Be kind to one another. Fresh Baked.